Hello, guys. Welcome to our very first episode to Stuck in the Middle MY. I'm Dush.
And I'm Nana. We're two millennials trying to figure out life, adulthood, and everything in between.
So, in today's episode is all about something that a lot of Malaysians, especially as millennials, have been thinking about, wishing about, but rarely talk about honestly, deep down, and openly as well, I guess.
Yep, and we're so excited because in this episode, we have someone who's very close to us, and she's joining the conversation, none other than my sister, Nini.
Whoa!
Hey,
Hi
Nin.
guys, hi guys. I'm so happy to be your first guest. Really honored on your first podcast.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
thank you,
Thank
thank you to you,
you.
thank you, thank you. All right.
So before we dive into her story, so let's give you a little bit of background who Nini is, but at the same time, she's experiencing what a lot of people would call a dream life. All right. So she was in a good relationship, she had a stable job, but she chose to leave all of those behind. And today we want to unpack why and how she did it.
Nini, we want to
Hello
say thank you.
guys.
Thank you for being here.
Most
Yes.
welcome. Very happy to be here.
Okay, so I am gonna take the lead here, Nan. I'm so sorry, but I I have a bone to pick with her. I have a bone, okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay, then now I love you. Let me start off with that. I love you from the bottom of my heart. But I need to say I could never understand the reason why you left your life here behind. You left us behind. I mean, I love you. I'm happy for you, but damn, you have to leave us behind? Okay,
Hey,
so
you're just the Kazi, all right?
yeah, I
Me as
know.
the big
I
sister, and
know.
she left me twice,
I know.
twice in my
Okay.
life. So, I mean, like, I know it can be a big drama if you go that lane, but I think we need to step back and listen to more of a story. And before she bring us there, let's go back to where it all began. Like,
Exactly,
let's
exactly,
just
exactly.
let's tell the people out there how was your life before you decided to move in? Because I think people need to understand your background a little bit before you make that decision, right? So that's the main topic for the day. So
Exactly, exactly.
show is
Bec
yours. Tell us your
because
story.
wait, sorry. Because growing up, Nin, I'm sorry, but growing up, I saw, wow, her life is perfect. I want to have her life one
She
day.
had her friends, she had the
I know.
cakes, she had the
Literally.
time over time, she would go out, she
And
would
then
have that weekend time.
and then suddenly, none. Oh, guys, bye. Bye. Bitch, where you going? Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah.
let's calm down.
Yes.
Let's bring the tone a
Yes,
bit
yes.
lower
Sorry,
now.
sorry, sorry.
All right, so let's have Nini to tell her story. So Nin,
Nin,
before
please.
it all happened, tell us let's give the picture to others how how was your life back then?
Okay. So I moved twice. Yeah, the first time was to Dubai, and then I went back to Malaysia again, and then now I have migrated to Australia. So both times I had a good job. So before Dubai, I was actually working in a bank, was in a good relationship as well. But then I'm like, I was young. I said, is this all that life is supposed to be. I'm like, I want to travel. So I moved to Dubai to actually travel. So I was flying with Emirates, travel all around the world. I was so happy with that. And then I decided, look, I'm turning 30. I think I have to start slowing down and
Yeah,
find,
settle down.
settle down, find a job, find a good man to settle down with. So that's when I moved back to Malaysia. But then Malaysia is the same thing as well. I landed in a good job. I was in a relationship with a person who really, really loved me, came from a good background, has a good job, blends well with my family. I have great circle of friends.
You did. And you still have. I'm just
Yeah, so but
surprised
the
that
thing
your
is,
friend sticks to you till today.
I'm so blessed to have them. I'm so blessed to have them. But the thing is, it's all in the surface. Um, I did it all. Of course, it's for me, but at the same time, it is what I thought everybody wanted. It is what we all should have, you know. But it inside it is quite empty. I felt not fulfilling. I didn't feel content. I was just feeling empty because I was not in love with that person. With the job, yes, I like it, but I wasn't passionate about it. So it was just like, okay, go for that job by the end of the month, get the salary, pay off to pay for my lifestyle, but that's just about it. I said, this must be more to life. I don't want to keep going on like this for the next 50 years and not really living. And then I started to, talk to people, have a conversation, be open up about it. That's when I actually opened up to my family and friends, and they were all shocked, just like you guys.
Yes, I still remember that day.
Mhm. Yep. But okay, but I am really happy for you now because I had no idea because I can understand as to why you would never want to show that you were unhappy, to someone who was younger because you don't want to, you don't want them to be worried about you. But now that I actually can see you being happy, living your best life in Australia, I'm like, wow, this is different. This is a
It's different
completely,
this time,
yeah,
really.
I'm like, this is not the same Ninie that I knew. Like, she's actually really happy. This is how happiness looks like. I'm like, wow, okay. So
It
yeah.
is.
Yep.
And I remember back then as well, like, because it's so normal for us Malaysians, after work, we were all burned out, right? With the traffic jams, with the back-to-back meetings. It's it's really quite stressful, the life back then. Um, So I really feel the difference with the life that I have now, which is very calm, very content, very fulfilled,
I am
and
just jealous
I'm
right
very
now.
in peace. I'm very in peace,
Okay.
Yes.
at
It's the
least
life
actually.
that what I think for so many people, they're actually looking out for that sort of experience. They wanted to know, they wanted to feel what's the piece that they've been missing and happen to you that it is now. It is what you've been experiencing lately. Of course, I'm sure, it's life. There are times that you may not be feeling contented and all of that. But overall, generally, I'm sure you've come to a place that I'm there. I'm where I'm here where I'm supposed to be, not just with the location. Because you guys, you know what? There was a time that I was so mad at her because I was like, why you have to be in overseas? Like, none. One thing you have to understand, it's my health that I was talking about. I said, it can't be just that, right? But then
Yeah.
I started to understand like, but it did like somehow the life that you had before did impacted your physical health. And I witnessed that. I saw how you were in and out of the hospital. And then, things were just not moving the way that how I knew my sister would live her life. So I'm so glad that now you're in a place that it's things are controllable, within your capacity that you could you could manage. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy for you, honestly.
Thank you. I'm happy for myself too. Good job.
Good
Yes.
job. Good job, Min.
Yes,
Honestly, good job.
finally.
Always
Okay.
love yourself. Yeah,
Yes, yes. If you can't love yourself, how you gonna love other people? There you go.
Right. It's
exactly.
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's true.
Okay. Okay. So I think for the next question, I feel like Nan, you should probably answer this because I think this would be
Ooh.
more suitable coming from you than me.
Okay. So, um, now because I've experienced this myself, so I know how it feel on the other side. But for you, Nin, where did you ever feel like where people didn't understand and when they didn't understand you why you left, especially when everything looks so perfect? How my reaction to your actions back then made you feel like when we were really we couldn't understand why you made that decision, but to yourself, like to you, what goes through your mind, what goes through your heart back then when people are just technically naysayers, they would say, but after hearing what people say and all of that, I'm sure your friends, your close buddies will be asking the same things. Why do you have to make this choice? So what
Exactly.
yeah, so how did that all made you feel? Did it actually pull you back? But technically, it did. I mean, obviously it didn't now because you're there, but back then, did you ever feel like you had a second guessing yourself like, should I not, or should I just, follow what other people say, or should I just go for it? Tell us about it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like the moment I start opening up, people will get surprised because they've seen this part of me on the surface and they're like, what? Why are you feeling this way? Are you crazy? Like I
I know
wouldn't
that
want
feeling.
your life right now. I want to be in your position right now. And like, well, again, I'm grateful. I was grateful definitely for everything that I have accomplished, achieved, for the relationship I was in, for the job I was in, but there was definitely something missing. So when I tried to voice out to people, it was like they were all in disbelief, and especially my best friends, because they didn't want me to move. Um, and I know
Because
deep
they
down,
will lose you.
yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
and
You know what, Dose? I think one of the things I don't know, Nin, if you realize this, but you're like more like the glue to all the things around. Like you glue everything's around you. Like if you lost that stickiness of you, everybody will just start to fall apart. I mean, like
oh,
somehow we feel that that's about it. I mean, like, because we're family, we. I mean, they always say like blood is thicker than water. Of course, no matter what, it's still there. But to your friends, it's like they might lose a piece of this little friendship that you guys have always had. So I
yeah.
think I know what they mean.
Yeah, yeah, they were just heartbroken. That was the word that they used actually. And I even up until today, we will still video call each other. We will have dinners virtually. Like I'll just prepare my dinner
That's
here.
nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
really
yeah. I
nice.
mean, because I'm just so close with all my relatives and friends. And every time I will go back to Malaysia, it felt like I never actually have left because I don't change at all. Like I'm still me. It's just that I need to move for me, right? I'm still the person. I'm still Ninie, but
I'm
I need
so
to do this
Ninie
for
from the
me.
block.
Oh yeah, Ninie from the block. I'm like, shit, I don't know the lyrics for that. But yeah, I felt that. But the thing is, I don't, I don't get angry for them or frustrated for them not trying to understand where I'm coming from because I have built that kind of wall um, that people would see it as this, it's perfect. Like, why do you want to change it? Um, but I just have to keep, telling them this is not I want. This is not what I want. I want to change. I want to change. I want to build, a better life for myself. So please trust me as I move forward with my decision. You will see a different side of me. You just have to believe in me. So yeah, that was that.
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
It was not an easy decision for us to trust initially. I mean, personally for me, like because you left me twice. Like the first time it was
Yeah.
like, the feeling when you get left in the altar or somebody just said like, I don't want to marry you. And somebody just go off just like that without ever like not even a single notice. So that's how I felt. Like the moment that she dropped the bomb, like, Nan, I'm going to Dubai. I was like, what are you going to do? Are you going for holiday? No, I'm going to go and work. I was like, what? I'm moving. She left me with her house. She left me her with a car. May I remind you that time I didn't even and I didn't even have a license how to even operate a car. So she left me in the desperation of making sure that I can still look after myself. I can look after her house. I can look after her car. So it was like, okay. But of course, we survive and we forgive each other. And then the next thing when she decided to go, to Australia, and I was like, what's wrong this time? What's going on?
What's
Because
wrong this
she
time?
didn't really tell me like really, really moving because the reason what she did was then like I'm going to go further my study. I was like, seriously, you guys are like, why? What about all the day? Is he joining you later and something like that? I'll spare you the story. She said. The next day after she settled down, then only she told us the story and it's like I still had doubts on her when she made a decision. But I know, and what I've learned about Nini is that when she made such decision, there is a sunshine coming out of it that is going to be so warm that you just felt the ease of understanding the reason why she did all that. So basically, that's just it.
Okay, now, um, I am kind of sensing some like past tension here, right? Okay, here's my question for the both of you guys. Okay, to Nana, being the older one here, what advice can you give to the people who are listening right now? How can I give trust, believe in, the people that is about to take a leap of faith? How can I trust them that they will be okay? And to Nini, how can you have such self assurance in yourself to take such leaps of faith? See, there are two sides here. There are two sides.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Please answer.
So who shall start first? Nini?
Apa-
I can start first. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
So with myself, I told myself this. Look, if you want to change, you can't be doing the same thing that you're doing. So I try to change bit by bit here and there, try to be like a better partner, try to be like better employee to really better myself. But all that didn't work for that past 6 years. So I said, I haven't tried this one. So maybe it will definitely completely change my entire life. So I have to do it. Like there's no plan B, there's just plan A. So by hook or
Okay.
by crook, you have to do it. Force yourself. Look, if it didn't turn out later on, right? Didn't turn out right, you can always come back. But at least you know that you have tried. So my that is my leap of faith kind of reason, a drive, something to push me to just go ahead with it and don't look back.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Huh. I
That's a
mean,
good one.
yeah.
good job, Ninie.
Personally, yeah, good job, Nini. Good job.
No
Personally,
plan B.
yeah, there's no plan B. There's only
Because
plan
if you
A.
know that there's plan B, you can always fall back on that, but don't give yourself a choice.
Okay. You know what? To everyone who is listening, watching right now, remember, no plan B, only plan A.
Okay.
Okay.
Or should they have a plan B, but it's blurred so that they
Bodoh
won't
ba?
have to.
Bodoh ba? Okay. Nan, your turn, please.
Okay, so for someone who have experience, facing, such decision made by her own sister, I would say if you really trust your sister or trust your sibling or trust that person, truly let them. That's the thing that I've learned, after experiencing twice of this experience because I know her. I know I am probably at back then I didn't really know her in decision making, but in life, I know that she will turn things around for her and it will, fall into place for for the rest of everyone around her. So give the benefit of a doubt, even as little as you could possibly be, and just, allow them to grow. If that's the way that they always grow, that if that's the way how they're going to grow, let them. Because by the end of the day, if you're going to be their not their backup plan, but if you're going to have their back if anything happen, be ready for that. All you can do is just put a little bit of faith and, always be ready that if anything happens to that person, always be ready that you're going to be available for them. So, yeah, that's my take.
Okay. Very, very
And I
good.
would say I will
Yep.
still go without everybody's, blessings or whatever. But it's always nice to know people like you have their blessings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nini is like, yep, with or without
Yeah.
blessings, I'm a go.
I,
I'm a go.
Yeah.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
I'll back.
See ya.
Yeah, see you. Berjumpa kita
Oh
nih. Okay.
gosh.
Okay. Now we have a couple more questions, but I feel like we should save this for part two. And yeah, not to be, a tease here, but part two is gonna be a really, really good one. We will give you guys a hint, okay? A sneak peek. And one of the questions for part two is, Nin, how did you plan your next move? How did you migrate actually, financially,
Actually, that's all they
emotionally.
wanted to know, right?
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
exactly,
don't want to know about
exactly.
my history. They
I
just
think
want to
any
know, but how did I do it?
Yeah.
yes, it's the how. People just want to know the hows, right? They don't, but in all honesty, you need to understand the why first because it is from the why that she decided to make that decision. It is the why that she made that first move. So the how is very much like it's whatever available resources that she can get, she can grasp upon. So it's her why that it's more important. So I hope those who are listening, what is
Sabar,
the why,
sabar.
right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Sabar dulu, geng, sabar. Okay. All right, guys. So this is part one of our first episode, and people see you guys in part two. Okay.
See ya.
Bye,
Take care.
Stay
guys.
See
tuned.
This is
you.
Stuck in the Middle, MY. Ciao for now.
Yes. Bye.